Welcome, blessings. So happy to spend some time with you. I have a topic that I've wanted to share for at least a few days, and I'm very excited to share this topic with you. This is a tricky topic, so come in with a little bit of gentleness on yourself here. I'm not interested in making my teachings being ultimate truth. Truth has its own integrity. It doesn't need to be spoken for or anything like that. So what I do want to bring your attention to is the topic that has confused people for millennia. And I was tuning into the collective consciousness and just looking at which questions would be useful, which are on people's hearts and minds. And we're not just talking about the few people that will watch these videos, whether it's 10, 20, 1,000, 100,000, or even 1,000,000, because there's many people on our planet. But as we learn through these videos, these ideas and these understandings percolate into the collective consciousness as my viewers, as my students, assimilate this information and establish different types of vibrations that are more harmonic. So the topic that I wish to talk about is sin. So people have been confused about exactly what sin is. Now I have to put some contextual information first and foremost, is that sin and many teachings from religions, they have been used as a way to manipulate people, to get people to do things they wouldn't maybe normally do. Usually this is because one person or a few people wish to have people do or conduct themselves in a certain way for their own means. Now, to me, those people that are trying to manipulate others, and this can take the form of somebody like a bully or even an honors student at a school or something like that, or it could take the larger form of world leaders or even beyond that. So this topic of sin, I wish to offer a more simplified understanding of what sin is, because at the core this has an important lesson and message for people to, it's really, to me, only reason I'm bringing this topic up is to actually provide some ease to your heart. I'm not trying to create some kind of indoctrination that doesn't please me, does not alignment with my heart's desire. But I wish to ease people's hearts so that they can understand and experience their divinity as they continue to evolve over the course of lifetimes. So, let me see. So, I gave a little introduction, a little contextual information. So I'll offer now my simplified understanding of sin. Now, again, I don't even pretend to know all. Right? I'm learning just as much as you're learning. So let's take this with some gentleness to understand that we're both learning. However, my understanding is going to be more advanced than most people's. And by advanced, what I seek to offer is understand different ideas in consciousness and synthesize, to put it out in a more accessible manner so that you might be able to learn things in a more graceful manner and be able to conduct yourself in ways that are going to more likely bring you happiness. So my more simplified version of understanding what sin is, and this is not exclusive, there are other aspects to sin, but in its essence is sin is when you deny something that is, right? So if you see something and yet you're denying that it's there, you're not honoring its presence, it is sin, right? So this explanation of sin exists without any judgment. So there is no judgment that I have on you or anybody that is sinning or doing something that I don't like or whatever. There's no judgment. It's more simple than that. It's more simple in the fact that judgment itself is a form of sin, in the sense that you're saying at the level when you're saying something should or should not exist. So if you say, oh, I'm judging this is not worthy of existing, you're denying something that is, right? If it is, it exists. God wants it to be there. It's some expression of divinity. Is the moment you say, oh, that shouldn't be, I don't like it, it's not worthy, that is a sin. Okay? So you can see why humanity, in this really simple understanding, has been a little bit confused, but also in the people who often are teaching about healthy conduct within God's laws, they themselves are casting judgment on others. Confession itself is a form, can be, not always, but can be a form where judgment is expressed, where people are saying that they need to go to somebody else to express their crimes or whatever it is. This understanding is really held within a really important container, and that is that you're responsible to yourself. This connects with my earlier teaching, my last video on enjoying and being happy with your own existence. So, for example, when somebody is not happy with themselves, they are denying some aspect of themselves, which is, and this, the way that I'm explaining it, is a form of sin. Now, everybody contains both light and dark, both, beautiful and ugly, right? And so within your own being, it's important to honor these aspects within, just as we see them around us. At some level, everything that exists is a beautiful emanation of God's love. And so with that, I'm just bringing to your attention the personal responsibility that you have within your own being to steward the type of vibration that you'll be happy with, bringing peace and ease to your own existence and your own being, because that's what you have control over. You have control over how you interpret things, how not so much how somebody's going to act towards you, but how you are going to respond, right? This can be at the emotional level, if you're sitting, just even in meditation, that you're thinking and you're reflecting on things and you start getting all angry, you're like imagining yourself playing the scenario out, right? And that is within your control. Even if you think that you don't have control, yes, there are many times when there's too much momentum, but we have to take responsibility for that. Has been accumulated, right, as an accumulation. And such, you have to take concerted effort to take your own personal energy and start cultivating more momentum in another direction of honor, love, and respect for all that is. As I explained in my previous video, this doesn't mean that we're ambivalent. What it does is it points to, excuse me, let me have a sip. Points to actually where our true power lies. And it doesn't mean that we ignore things, because that would be a sin, right? We're instead honoring. We're actually looking, in this case, we're looking to the travesties that we see around ourselves. And we are actually letting it in, and we're honoring it by existence. But we're also allowing that meaning, and that, because we all have a natural response to that, and so we can honor that also. If you didn't honor it in this situation, it would be a sin. Why is sin an important topic? Because many people, and within humanity, you have no understanding about God, yet you are impacted by the rules of His love, the integrity of the rules of this reality that are created. And so I'm calling many people to reassess and maybe just open to curiosity. There's no punishment if you don't. There's nothing. It's simply, if you feel in your heart you're not happy, that might be a deeper doorway into something that you have no idea yet about. You don't know, you don't understand your own existence, your own life, what truly matters, what's important. And you can see, as I cultivate this deeper, more subtle vibration, it's important. These things are important. They impact you, whether you like it or not. There is no judgment, simply that you must live with your own choices, for better or for worse. Feel the terror, but also the beauty within that statement, because we don't need, no, I don't say that, I'm not going to get to that level, but even with our current social structures of justice and such, right? There's nothing wrong with them. They're preliminary forms of humans attempting to create some kind of rules and guidance. In many cases, it's very healthy. Sometimes it's not. But within that, there are greater truths and greater laws that do conduct and do manage aspects of your life that you might not have any knowledge of. And so this conversation is bringing you to that which you will always be with, and that is yourself. This lifetime, the next lifetime, oftentimes the people around you reincarnate with you. You'll see people in different circumstances. One person might be your daughter. This lifetime, she might have been your lover in that last time. Your son, maybe who's your business partner in the last lifetime. Or your business partner now. He might have been your grandma in another lifetime. Fine. Whether you believe these things or not, the fact that we are all connected is inescapable. Biology of the pure knowledge that this is not difficult to understand. There's a certain amount of air, a certain amount of material on our planet, right? It's constantly being recirculated, right? So what goes around comes around. As we're seeing in our world today, we have already reached that critical point where we've run out of really truly space to keep dumping our trash. There's not room to blow up any more nuclear bombs to keep spraying chemicals in the world. It's coming around. People are getting deceased all over the world. How long is it going to be until it's due, right? It will be. I'm bringing you just to awareness that this all starts in the spiritual, mental, emotional. So tend to the cleanliness of your own being, through understanding, taking interest and care in your personal well-being, while not also creating harm for others. The next step, when your cup is full, you can support others. Until then, seek to do no harm. It's in a very old teaching. With that, I'm thanking you for joining me. I'm sending you so many blessings. Until my next video, I'm sending you lots of love. Bless you.